my thought was end of the day drawdown would stop at 0 and stop trailing. Then you had infinite amount of move to go with a buffer, which is normally the end of the day contest. It's really great. With an end of the day contest that allows a reset, the goal is to build a buffer on the first trade. As a matter of fact, that's one of the goals of any kind of prop account, especially when there's a sale. It's to build a buffer the first trade. Build a buffer, make the first trade your best trade, and then build a huge buffer. And then now you have room to trade. Now you can hold through drawdown. You can hold through getting a 2 or 3 trades wrong in a day and still have the account active. The first day out the door, I had hit an amazing run. I was up $28,000 the first day. I was in 4th place. And so the people that were in the top 5 understood the assignment. The assignment was you get a reset. Your first trade needs to be a grand slam to get on the leaderboard. That is the rule. Goal number 1 in an end of the day drawdown trading account is to turn it into a static. Do we all understand what that means? Step number 1, if you get a reset, welcome to build a buffer. Your biggest trade must be your best trade. Your first trade is your best trade, and then get your trailing drawdown to 0 and convert it to static. And then it's easy from there. But the problem was that these accounts didn't stop trailing at 0. And most people made that complaint. And another thing is contract size. Contract size allowance was 10 contracts. But I've done enough trading contests to realize it's not 10 contracts. First thing you do is you go and check, you can also trade micros. The answer was yes. You can trade 10 S&P minis and then 50 S&P micros. So actually, you can actually be trading 15 contracts to go even faster. Remember, it's not cheating because everyone will eventually discover it. You just have to find all the limitations first and be the first one to see it. Now, my first trade, I actually got a trade right when the market opened that Sunday. So when the market opened, I immediately longed out the door. The leaderboard published that afternoon, and then I took a $5,000 loss right there on my long, and that actually blew up the account, even though I was up 23,000. And I went and I looked at the rules and I was investigating further. The end of the day does not stop at 0, which is abnormal for most end of the day drawdown accounts. And that's where most people got confused. You got a free reset, which is fine. So we decided to start over to beat $50,000 plus or minus what they might have made the next day. And I got to get it in one trade. I get one other chance to do it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And then I waited until here and I had the perfect short setup lineup and I hit it with the full 15 and I shorted it all the way to monthly hedge pressure. There's a reel on my Instagram and the short here on my YouTube that show that trade. This was 50K just in that trade. And then I flipped and then I longed here on NASDAQ and I took my 40 points and then I stopped out and then I shorted again and then I closed out and then I shorted again and I closed out. And I think